Hey everybody, it is Friday and I am home from work. I have to work this weekend and I figured I would just do a video, like a little Friday vlog. What time is it? It is 11:20. I've already been up and out. I went to my part-time job and I picked up the pay stub from last weekend when I picked up a day shift. I have direct deposit, but it's good to see my pay stub because there's been some changes in health insurance, moving from health insurance with that job to health insurance with my new job, and I needed to see deductions that are coming out, all that. So I went and I picked up the pay stub, and then I went for a ride, and then I went to McDonald's at like 10 o'clock this morning because I wanted some of the McDonald's hash browns. I love them. And I went in and I looked at the menu on the board and they didn't have any of the breakfast items listed. So I was like, well, maybe they don't do breakfast anymore. It's only 10 o'clock. And looking at a bird, of course, I'm right in front of my slider. And I said, do you serve breakfast anymore? And she said, oh, we've moved on to lunch. And I was gonna say at 10 o'clock in the morning, but who am I to question what a business does with whatever they're doing? So I said, okay. So I went back in the car and I was like, well, I'm here, so why don't I just get some French fries? So I had French fries at 10 o'clock in the morning. So what else can I say? Yeah, birds. Anyways, I don't want to get distracted by the birds because I have some stuff I want to show you. I went to Walmart after work yesterday because I needed to get some new towels. Now in the past I have spoken about towels getting like a musty smell, and there's something called towel stripping that you can do to get rid of the odor or just strip your towels of whatever. Well, my towels lately, and I'm thinking it's because of the mold issue that I have in my bathroom, in my son's closet, and in the hallway because I had a flood in my bathroom. That's not helping my towels. I don't see any more mold happening in the areas that there was, but I think that it's just the damage is done. So anyways, new towels. So I went to Walmart after work yesterday and I got some new towels, but I got some other things too, a couple other things. So first I will show you the towels that I got. I got a few. I think I got six. I got 6 towels and I got 3 fingertip towels. So first I'll show you just random couple of different colors. These are the Better Homes and Gardens signature soft bath towel, and I don't have my receipt on me, but they were like, these ones were almost $9. They are, oh, it says 30 inches by 56 inches. They're really nice. This is like a beige. They're big for a larger bath towel. They're big, nice and fluffy. I have to wash them, so I'm going to do that this afternoon when I do laundry. So I got 2 of these, 2 of that color, and then I got 2, same thing, same label. They're like, it's a little light here because I'm in front of my slider, but they're like a tan color. So I got 2 of those. And these are nice and fluffy. I myself like a thinner towel, and these are for me. Well, these are for me too, but my son lives with me and he likes the thicker towel. So anyways, I'm replacing all my towels. So I got 2 thinner towels, and these were cheaper. These were, I think, $4. It's the Walmart brand. It's the Mainstays bath towel. Mainstays bath towel. And 30 inches by 54, so it's basically the same size, but just thinner. And yeah, I was looking for 100% cotton, and all the towels that they have at Walmart are like a 90% cotton, 10% polyester. I didn't know they put polyester in towels, but yeah, these are like a very light green, almost like a mint. So I got 2 of those. All right. And so for the fingertip towels, these were $2.96 or something, very inexpensive. I got 3 fingertip towels, and they're like a light beige, almost like a coffee ice cream color. These kind of have like a little ripple, or whatever you want to call it. It's the mainstays hand towel. Yeah. So I got 3 of these. 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. So I got this mound of towels. I'm sitting in my Parmesan chair and it's very deep. Then I got some Equate brand ibuprofen mini gels. They are the 200 milligrams. There's 80 in here, but they're mini. So it says it's the same dose, but just like condensed in this little mini capsule. And then, loud, sorry. Then I got 2 boxes of my Sudden Change Under Eye Serum. 2. 1, 2. Love this stuff. I've noticed when I don't have it on, I have it on now, this Sudden Change, but I've noticed since making positive changes in my life, changing jobs, or changing full-time jobs, less responsibility, less stress, I'm noticing a lot of change. Some of you had, one of you at least mentioned in one of my videos that looked like I lost weight. I have lost weight, but it's like inflammation. I don't have all that stress, and stress will really mess you up. But anyways, what I've noticed, changes in my face, not a lot of puffiness, but also what I'm getting at is the bags under my eyes just aren't as puffy or prominent, or whatever the word is. Yeah, so I just got 2 of these because I'm always in fear of these, you know, them not making these anymore, so I got 2 of those. But anyways, making positive changes has been really beneficial. And I have one more thing here. Excuse me. I got this thing of lotion, Queen Helene. Now, I usually get the Queen Helene cocoa butter, same size as this bottle, but this I've never seen before until yesterday. It is the Queen Helene hyaluronic acid and vitamin E hand and body lotion. Now, the price of this years ago, the Queen Helene cocoa butter, was like $1.98 or $1.97. It was under $2, slowly creeping up in price. And that cocoa butter and this is like $4 something. But this smells really good. I wish you could smell it. Almost has a lavender scent. Now, does it say anything about lavender? I don't know. The print on here is really tiny. I don't have my glasses on, so obviously you don't see them on me. And yeah, so I'm not going to read it, but it smells really good. And hyaluronic acid is supposed to be really good for your skin. And I said, let's change it up a little bit and we'll get this. So that is the stuff that I got at Walmart. So this afternoon, when I do the rest of my laundry, I'm going to wash these towels. I'm going to throw out the towels that have been just stinking even before I had this mold issue. And a little update on the mold issue is, yeah, I'm still running the dehumidifier. And it's cool out now, but it's still filling up. And I really think that there's something else going on underneath the carpet towards the living room, where the wetness was, you know, there before it dried up. If you are new to my channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, I had a flood in my bathroom, and I'm on the 3rd floor, and the 2 units below me were damaged a little bit with the water. But you know, it's all dried up. But there was mold in my son's closet. Landlord's trying to rectify it. I think he wants to do a little more work, and I think it's a little too early where it's still moist, but I'm not going to get into that with you on my channel because that's between he and whoever. So now I'm talking a lot, I'm jabbering, it's my day off and I can finally come to my channel and do something. We're going to go in the kitchen because I want to make something out of the flatbread that I bought in my last Walmart haul. So let's go in the kitchen and we'll do that. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen now. So what I am going to use to make this is these Stone Fire roasted garlic flatbreads. Again, I got these off my last Walmart grocery haul, so I figured we would do almost like a little pizza. So what I'm going to use, let me bring you over here, and I'll turn you down. What I'm going to use is this basil pesto spread or sauce or whatever that I got at the Dollar Tree. So we're gonna coat, whatever. We're gonna spread this on here. And then I have some tomatoes. I'm not gonna use all of them. I'll use maybe one or two. I have some spinach, some fresh spinach that we'll put on. And then I don't have any mozzarella cheese, but I do have Great Value brand extra sharp white cheddar. Block of this. I'm just going to grate it with my cheese grater. Yeah. So, let me turn you down a little bit or turn you over. And hold on. All right. So it says to preheat the oven to 400. And we're going to use my trusty, we're going to bake this in the oven. It says you can air fry it, microwave, oven. I'm going to use my oven. I can't remember the last time I used my oven, so we're going to use it today. But trusty old baking sheet, I've had this forever. I think everyone has one of these old faithful. It's kind of ugly, but anyways, we're going to use that. So let me preheat the oven to 400. And it only says to put in there for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Let me make sure there's nothing else in the oven here. Not as far as food, but like pans or something. So there's not. So let's see. Just bring this over here. This isn't going to take much at all. So there's 2 of these in this pack. And this is the roasted garlic. Which one do I want to use? This one's kind of like oval up top. We'll use that one. That almost looks like a guitar pick, doesn't it? Doesn't it shape? Yeah, okay. All right, so there's that. Do I want to do both? Do I want to do both of them? Yeah, let's do 2. We'll do 2. Might as well, right? Look, it's another guitar pick. We'll do both. Okay, Robin, that's kind of funny. All right, now let's get, excuse me, we haven't done a cook and chat in a while, so a little out of sorts. Hold on. I need to get a spoon. I need to get a spoon. And you know what I should probably, I should probably use something to spread it on. I have a little spreader. No, I have that. That's not going to work. Whatever. Oh, a butter knife. Let's get a butter knife. Oh, that's a spoon. Because the butter knives are in the knife section. Gonna be my eye in a minute. All right, now, so again, this came from the Dollar Tree. It's good. I actually like it. So yeah, it's nice and the consistency that you would expect it to be. It's not dried out or anything. I've used this, when did I get this? About a month ago. I used it on some toast. But today, I'm really not sure why I got the spoons out, but let's just go with the knife. We'll make 2 of these, like I said. All right, Robin. So last night, what did I make for supper last night? I really wasn't in the mood for making supper, and because I don't eat big, and my son is always with his friend. So, but he was home last night, so I made grilled cheese sandwiches, and they were good. I didn't have one, but I made them. Let me bring you a little closer. All right, spread that. And now we'll do it on the other guitar pick bread. All right. Alrighty. Yeah, I will eat these probably this weekend. I'll have one or half of one for lunch, and maybe this weekend at work I'll bring the other one to work. So there we have the pesto spread on there. All right. And then, let's see, slice the tomato and the cheese. So, my knives are not sharp, but anyways, I really don't like knives. I think you all know that. So let's just slice some of these. I do have, did you see that tomato squirt over there? It did. I do have sharper knives. I just don't like to use knives. And I'm not like this big gourmet cook that needs a lot of big, sharp knives. So, yeah. Why am I afraid of knives? I don't know. Maybe I saw a scary movie or something and, you know, it traumatized me or something, but I do not like knives. Yeah. So, as you can see, this is not the sharpest knife that I have. It's just a little steak knife or whatever. All right. That's a small piece, and I will use it in something else. In fact, making fun of my not sharp knives, I know I have a subscriber that used to have another YouTube name or username, and he changed his name to Sharp Knife Guy. I have no idea who it is, except for it's Sharp Knife Guy. All right. Oop. And there's that gnat. I have like 1 or 2 little gnats. I talk about them in my videos all the time. It's the gnat from my plants. There's just like I said, 1 or 2 that just won't go away. All right. So there's the tomatoes sliced that we're going to put on there. Now, I'm just going to open the cheese and grate that up a little bit. I feel like I should be talking to you about something, because that's usually what we do during a cooking chat. We talk about something. I really don't have much to say. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have much to say today. Well, I can give you a little health update, right? Give you a little health update. I have been sleeping really good. The past 2 nights I slept the whole night, where sometimes I will sleep for I'll go to bed at like 10 and I wake up at 11:30 wide awake, and I'm like, what is that? Let me start grading this. I'll be like, what is that? Why am I awake? And then I'll fall asleep for a couple hours and I'll wake up again. Yeah, but the past 2 nights I've slept straight through like 7 hours. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to talk about too much, but yeah, that's really good, because I haven't had to take anything to help me sleep. And I think I might know what's contributing to my better sleep. Now, let me grate some of this and I'll tell you. So let me get some of this grated. What I think is helping me sleep a lot better is I haven't stopped totally, but since changing jobs, I honestly, my tripod, I honestly don't drink as much wine as I used to. And I'm not saying, you know, I used to drink in excess or anything, but I would, after work, stop and get a bottle of wine just to relax, because I was so stressed out. And I've been drinking like a relaxing tea lately and reading. Come 3 o'clock, I walk out the door from my new job and I just I leave it all there because I don't have this huge manager position anymore. Well, it wasn't a huge manager position, but it was a supervisor position and a director position. I don't have that. And I've made some, I guess you'd say, positive life changes where I don't have the wine in my house. Have I given up drinking wine totally? No, if I go out to eat, I'll have a glass, but I haven't bought it. And I'm finding the less I drink wine, the better I sleep. And that's good. That's a good thing. So yeah, back to shredding the cheese. So there's that. I'm sure that has something to do with sleeping a lot better. All right. Anyways. But the tea I drink is like a relaxing tea. It's not sleepy time, but it's just a relaxing tea. So there's that. All right, I'm going to keep shredding this a little bit. Didn't shred too much. Well, probably because I wasn't shredding too much. I was too busy talking. But there's the little bit of cheese. So now we have the spinach. I took this out of a bag, washed it. The rest of the bag is in the fridge. So we'll bring this back over. Making quite a mess here. All right. Now I'm just going to, again, bring you closer so you can see. And I'm just going to start putting this together. Should we do the spinach first or the tomatoes first? Let's do the tomatoes. Do the tomatoes. These aren't, I could have sliced these a little thinner, but whatever. All right. Okay, there's that. All right, and now we'll put the spinach on. Let's see. I'm just going to break it up a little bit. This pesto spread smells really good. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to mix this in. There we go. Mix it together. Put one on top, maybe one underneath. Because this is going to shrivel up pretty good. All right. There's that. Now we'll put some under here, or on this one. All right, so maybe because you probably want to hear me talk and this is boring if I'm just putting, spinach on this. I know that, I gave you a little idea of something that's going on with me. Another new beginning. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear me talking. Someone told me that you can't hear me when I talk. So anyways, a new beginning. My landlord wants to sell this condo when my lease is up. And yeah, so that's what's going on. He wants to sell, and I'm not interested in buying like I was before. So that's one of the new beginnings that's going on. Whether it happens before my lease is up, yeah, I am working on something and it's coming along. So anyways, tomato and the spinach and the pesto. Now we will put the little bit of cheese that I grated up. Again, this isn't mozzarella, it's cheddar, but I think it's going to be okay. So yeah. I did a video probably about a year and a half ago on renting again and the price of rents and the price of mortgages, and that's when the landlord told me he wanted to sell, and then we talked about me staying a little longer and we raised the rent. Well, he really wants to sell, and I really want to go. So, yeah, especially with the mold. I need to grate some more cheese. We can talk some more. Yeah. So, like I said, I have been working on something. And when it happens, it's going to be different being somewhere else doing my channel, because this is the only place my channel has ever known. But it'll be good too. All right. We'll just do a little more of this. I have a feeling this is going to be really good. All right. Okay. All right. Put some more cheese on it. Put this piece of spinach under the tomato. All right. I gotta rinse my hands, excuse me. All right. So this is what we got, and there is a text coming through. I don't even know who that was, but anyways, this is what we are putting in the oven. So, let me put in the oven. Okay, dokie. Let me turn the light on. Get rid of these towels. And put it in. I'll whack the tripod. Whoop. Put that in. And yeah. I forgot to put any seasonings at all on this. So I need to put like some salt and pepper, garlic salt or something on top. So hold on. All right, let me pull this out real quick. And we will put, let's say, some pepper, some salt, and this is garlic and herb. Got this at the Dollar Tree. It's Kingsford. Let's open it. Shake some of that on. All right, and we'll put it back in. All right. So while that cooks, I'm just going to clean up a little bit. I'm putting the rest of the cheese in a little Ziploc sandwich bag. What am I doing the rest of the day? You're crooked. Sorry. Sorry if you're crooked. Do you look crooked to me? Well, you look crooked to me. Do I look crooked to you? No? Whatever. What do I want to do the rest of the day? I might go walking. It finally cooled off. It's in the 60s. I might go walking. I'm not going to buy anything. Because I spent enough on towels yesterday. Towels are expensive. Maybe just go for a walk, read my book. Reading a book. Actually saw it on the bookshelf at work. It's in the other room. Do that. Yeah, I have to work this weekend, so my days off I like to relax. So I hate to throw this away, but yeah, I'm going to. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'll make a little salad out of these scraps. So again, I'm not sure why I took the spoons out, but I guess I'll just use them to scrape this stuff in here. I'm going to use the cheese too, but we won't use the stems from the spinach. All right. Put that there. Put this in the fridge. This smells so good with those spices. And we'll give it a couple more minutes and we'll take it out. This video's long. 29 minutes. Sorry, I didn't really need to make it that long. I gotta do something about this crookedness. I just feel like Yeah. All right. Whatever. So, we'll wait. What else can we talk about? Nothing. Yeah. I'm not going to make you just, I gotta show you something. Hold on. Okay, I have to show you this. It's been on my counter for a while. And I was like, how do I just like stand here? And they're just like, okay, here she is. This is boring while we wait for this to cook. You all know how I love retro anything, retro music, retro decorations, anything. Okay, so a resident at my new place gave me something because her new shipment of it came in. This is such a childhood memory of my mother and what she used to use. And it was always in a smaller bottle, but I love this. I absolutely love this. It's a huge empty bottle of Ginate. And I keep saying my next house, I'm going to decorate it retro. Well, this will be one of my decorations when I finally am not, when I move on to my next big event, my new place. It's going to, this is going to be one of the decorations. It will probably be in my bathroom. I might even get fill it with like water with yellow food coloring because Ginate, I gotta check this, Ginate is like yellow. When she ever gave this to me, oh my goodness, but look how huge it is. This is gonna be so cool on a bathroom shelf. Oh my goodness, or even on my dresser. And it even smells like Ginate. Look at that. Anyways, it's time to take out these little whatevers that we made. I have one pot holder. Let me get another. The little things that excite me. Ginate. Do you remember Ginate? Clearly I do. All right, let's see about these. I gotta move you back because otherwise I'll just knock you over, just like old times. Remember when I first started my channel and I used to cook like a lot of stuff off the top of my head and the tripod was falling, the camera was falling off the tripod, I was making a mess. Oh my goodness. Look how far she's come. All right, let's take this out. And there they are. Oh, they're going to be on the floor in a minute. I'm going to put them back in for a few minutes, just a few. Let the tomatoes get a little more crispy. All right, so I'll be back in a few. Okay, they are done and they are looking really good. Again, these are the Flatbread. I think it was Nan or N-A-N-N, N-A-A-N brand. Got them right at Walmart, and they were at the deli section. And it was the pesto sauce that I got at the Dollar Tree, tomatoes, spinach, and fresh spinach. And instead of using mozzarella cheese, I had a brick of sharp cheddar cheese, as you saw. So they came out really good, and I'm gonna be having some for lunch, and I'll save the other for sometime this weekend. So happy Friday. Thank you for watching. I don't know what anyone is doing this weekend. If you have any great weekend plans, drop a comment down below. Let me know. My plan is to work this weekend. It's my obligated every other weekend, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm gonna shut the light off on the oven. That's about it for me. Trying to get back to my channel. I know I had been away a little, not purpose. I didn't do it on purpose, hiatus or whatever. Just things were just busy. And I have a feeling things are gonna get even more busy, but that's okay. I need to get back to my channel. I need to get back to you guys. I need to get back to my normal routine now that things are settling as far as, the job. And I don't want to keep talking about my new job, but I used to talk about my other job a lot. I was thinking a lot of my channel was a lot about my other job. But anyways, I really want to get back to separating job from home life and stuff like that. But that is what we did today together. We saw some towels. We saw my under eye treatment that I'm not using nearly as much as, and this awesome Ginate bottle. Great. If I can find like retro stuff like that, I'm gonna have to go to thrift stores, vintage shops, stuff like that. Cause yeah, my new place is going to be, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different, and yeah. And yeah, so I'm running out of things to talk about, running out of things to do. Imagine that. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you're all well. I hope you have a really good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.